Hey Tanner, looky what I got. Do you know what this is? Ground bison. That means it's time for Todd Teaches Tanner to cook with cast iron! Buffalo edition. That's right, buddy. We got some bison. I was thinking to myself, what can we do with bison? We could make some hamburgers, we could just brown it up and make some tacos, and then I realized we can make a meatloaf. I love meatloaf. Meatloaf is delicious. It's almost like a soul food. You know, you feel it, you get it in your heart. It's good home-style cooking, sticks to your ribs, fills you up, lots of protein, good stuff. And if you have leftovers, you can make a meatloaf sandwich. Who doesn't love a meatloaf sandwich? I love a meatloaf sandwich. You love a meatloaf sandwich. Everybody loves a meatloaf sandwich. I don't know why I was doing that. That was kind of silly, but you know what? I did it. Meatloaf! Like everything else, the first thing you want to do, number one, get your ingredients together. Approximately 1.5 pounds of ground bison meat. 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. The thing about the garlic is, I like this. Fresh garlic is, of course, better, but it's a pain in the ass. I don't like trying to mess with it. It's sticky. Sticky is my least favorite emotion. It's difficult to work with, and if you don't have a garlic press, it's just not really that much fun to mess around with the garlic. So, I use this. It's just as good, almost. You can keep it in the fridge, seal it up, use it for all your different recipes, and with everything else that's going on in what you're eating, you're never going to be able to tell the difference. 2 large eggs, or huevos. 1/2 cup of diced sweet onion. Black pepper. 1/2 cup breadcrumbs. 1/2 cup green shaker cheese. Salt. I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. I use this. I like this. I buy the bulk salt from the store, and then I can use it just like this. Take my pinches and salt my food. 2 tablespoons Worcestershire or Worcestershire or Worcestershire or Worcestershire sauce. Basil. Oregano. Diced tomatoes. Italian or balsamic dressing. Your bacon grease. A cast iron loaf pan. A mixing bowl. Hello, mixing bowl! An apron, so you don't mess up your clothing. And, you guessed it, the beer of the week! Let's get that beer. Chug Norris. I'm very excited to try this beer, Tanner. It's one of the ones you gave me when we came to visit you in Oklahoma. It is from the Stone Cloud Brewing Company. It is Chug Norris, and you recommended it, so I'm sure it's going to be great. Let's give it a pour. Yeah, you keep your pint glasses in the freezer. Duh. Super ta-da! That's good. For these next couple of segments, you're going to notice a slight difference in camera styles. That's because I need a little bit of help. I need both my hands to work. And for that, we are bringing in my lovely wife, Heather. Say hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Now that we have all of our ingredients together, and our delicious beer, still delicious, we need to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Put your pan, because it's cast iron, and what do I always say? Hot pan, cold oil. Put your pan in the oven. So let's mix some ingredients. We start with the bison. Bison. Put your fingers into it. Make a little bowl in the middle of the meat. Into that bowl, crack your eggs. Pinch of salt. When you are doing a pinch of salt, you want to go high above your food like it's snowing. That gets a nice even coat. That is a good rule of thumb across the board for all cooking. Nice big pinch of salt, as if it's snowing. 2 tablespoons minced garlic. I love garlic. A half cup of your diced sweet onion. Remember, scrape it with the flat of the blade. Take that onion. Black pepper. One half cup breadcrumbs. 1 half cup green shaker cheese. 2 tablespoons Worcestershire. Oregano. That smells nice. Basil. 3/4 of a cup of the diced tomatoes. I'm reserving the remainder of the tomatoes for topping. And just a little bit of Italian dressing. Or balsamic. Same basic thing. Now, you gotta get your hands dirty. This is really cold and unpleasant, but it will be delicious. Use your hands like a mixer. Get it in there. Get all the stuff gooped up. Mix it around. You don't want it to be undermixed because you want to make sure that the breadcrumbs in the egg are throughout the meatloaf because it will help to bind it together as it cooks. Now you gotta wash your hands. Hands are washed and dried. Oven is preheated. Using your handy dandy handkerchief.
Yeah, I know, I didn't mention it, but you should always have a handkerchief.
Get the pan out of the oven. Woo! That's hot, baby! Your bacon grease. Add about a tablespoon of bacon grease. You can use your spoon. Mix it around. Look at how quickly that is melting. That pan is hot. Now, take your meat, your mixed and magnificent meat, and get it in your loaf. Loaf. Careful not to touch the sides of the pan. It is very hot. Wash your hands again. Now we put a little bit of this on top. Now, we put it in the oven. Heavy. We're going to let that cook for 1 hour. Smash cut. We'll be seeing you in an hour, Mr. Meatloaf. The timer went off, so let's get the meatloaf out of the oven. Ooh, look how yummy. Okay, I was tricksy. It's not quite done. We now need to put some tomatoes on top. Now, pop it back in the oven for 10 more minutes. Man, is that gonna be good. Our second timer has come off. Let's get our meatloaf out of the oven. Ooh, look at that, will ya? It is important to let it cool before you mess with it. That's it. It's that simple. Meatloaf. It's delicious. And this one is buffalo. All done. See you next time, Tanner. This is Todd, teaching Tanner to cook with cast iron.